Another brick van with a seasonal BrickHeadz. This is Lion Dance Guy. This is set 40540, was released in January 2022. It has 239 pieces and cost about $10 when it was released. This is BrickHead number 151, as you can see here on the box. And it is based on kind of the Chinese theme, much like the Dragon Dance Guy. We had a fortune cat or lucky cat and a set of pandas. So this is the fourth time they've done a Chinese themed BrickHead, probably to coincide with the Chinese New Year. Let's go ahead and get this BrickHead built, and then we will take a look at the finished model. Finished BrickHead, and as you can see, it's a very elaborate lion costume built up here on the sides. I think the eyes are really interesting. So these are the Technic ball pieces in white. So it's like this red one up here, but they have this eye printing on them, which has turned out really cool. And it's kind of a very downward looking print. Got the yellow and red striping here, and it goes all the way around the back. One of these Unikitty tails here in the back. There's also a couple up front here, as well as some bananas used for the eyebrows for the lion. So overall, kind of a really interesting use of pieces. Like most of the seasonal BrickHeadz, we get these side builds. So in this case, there's a lantern piece here and then a couple of drums over here. So let me get him off the base and we'll take a closer look at some of the features at the BrickHead himself. He is a little bit wobbly off the stand because he has a lot of weight from this lion costume that is built, so he will tip and bounce. But the mouth here is on a clip, so it will move just a little bit. It's of course restricted a lot by the face here of the Lion Dance Guy, but instead of the lion being over his face, it's actually above him. Like I said, lots of really cool detail on here. A lot of stud on the side building. Here's that darker yellow Unikitty tail here for some texturing. Got a couple of these clear pieces that we saw in the collectible minifigure sets. They're kind of starting to use those in more and more sets, which give this offset for their, like, nostrils here. I already talked about this cool eye print here. Some ears represented with these yellow leaf pieces, which is kind of nice. There's a crown here on the head with another Technic ball in the red. So we're using red and yellow, and the striping is really nice. All done with these quarter round tiles. So it takes a lot of time, as you saw during the build, to kind of get these all positioned right. But they did a great job at making sure all these line up and give that consistent stripe feel for the lion costume. So a lot of really cool details here. We still get the hands that you see with normal BrickHeads, and then the feet have this triple, the 1x2 with a triple tooth look down here. So kind of a claw look, and there's also one right here underneath. So this set has a lot of small pieces to make it up, and it still fits into that, $10 price point that we get for these single BrickHeads. I do appreciate how they do these little side builds for the seasonal sets. You see a lot of these lanterns in the Chinese themed sets or the Asian themed sets. Some of them have printing on it. This is just a dark red trans minifigure head, basically, that has the gold, the pearl gold elements to make up the lantern. These little drums are also done in pearl gold on the bottom, the yellow, and then a round tile here to top it off. So I think those look pretty good as drums. As far as value goes, if you're a price per piece person, like I said, I start with 10 cents per piece. Generally, as a good value, this is even below the 5 cent per piece. We get 239 pieces. Granted, I would say 50 of them or so are probably quarter rounds. At least it feels that way. So lots of small pieces in this set. Price per piece is not a great metric with BrickHeads because they're very consistently priced. They've been about $10 for every full-size BrickHead, really since they've been released. So the full-size ones always go for about $10. So if there's 2 of them, it's a $20 set. They have a half size, what you see in like the pets and some other themes. So those go for about $15. And they've been extremely consistent in the pricing of BrickHeads, which make it great. I really like these BrickHeads, and I've collected them ever since they came out back in 2018, I believe, is when the first BrickHeads were released. There were some Comic-Con exclusives or something, I think, released late 2017, which are really hard to find, obviously, but all the retail ones I've been able to get and add to my collection. And they look really good. I really like this theme a lot. So there's a quick look at our Chinese New Year themed BrickHead for 2022, our lion dance guy. Hope you've enjoyed my thoughts on this BrickHead. I'm going to get started on my next video. And until then, happy building. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe to see more of my LEGO reviews. I left links for my seasonal as well as my BrickHeads playlists up here on the screen.